The French moose lost his quiche.
Quiche.
There we are. Cool. Sound looks right.
All good.
So what's news? What about this week?
Work. Been working. And went to see the Libertines yesterday.
Oh yeah,
It was like an acoustic show, which was really good. And we got to speak to them, which was awesome.
Who's the Libertines now?
So Pete Doherty and Carl Barrett, the two front men. But they were around in the noughties. They were they're Amy's boys.
I was gonna say Amy's got a thing for him.
Oh
she?
yeah,
got a tattoo with the lyrics on it.
That's it, on her ribs. But when he played in Swansea a couple of years ago, in Sin City, she went over to see them, obviously, and she was in the car park, and he just rocked up in his yellow K. We had two blokes jumped out and two big huskies with Pete, and they spoke to him, and she showed him her tattoo, and he kissed her, And then yesterday, we were walking into the gig, and we had to give our name as we got there, and because it was we bought, do you know Spiller Records in Cardiff?
No, I don't.
No, they're I think they've been in Cardiff for years. So they've done this thing where you could get a ticket to the gig and a CD. So we did that. So we gave her name and we got in there. And then she said, I need a pee. Walked upstairs. I gave my name. And then when I was walking upstairs, she was just there with Pete and Carl and Pete's dog. So I was like, what is going on? So we had a quick chat with them. And then, watched the gig. It was nice.
Yeah, cool.
And my niece slept over Friday, which was mental. But yeah, stays here, bud.
Yeah, I know. Same stuff, really.
Yeah.
Puke in the car the other day. I had to clean that up. I've never cleaned the inside of my car since I've had it. I've had about 3 years.
Yeah.
And so baby puked in it.
Oh my god! I bet that smelled
horrible. Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to clean it for a day. So for a day, everyone else refused to go in it, but I had to drive around in it.
Yeah.
So I had to drive around the windows all down, hoping someone wouldn't ask me for a lift anywhere. It was just horrible.
God.
But so car's all nice and clean now, all sorted. Yeah.
Did you do yourself?
I did do it myself. Yeah, it was horrible. Scooping it all out.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not good.
Right.
The joys of fatherhood.
Yeah.
So books. So I brought my little book as a prop, for those of you that are watching on YouTube. And just as a little catch-up thing, these videos are going to be on YouTube. So every Sunday, every Sunday, they're all going to be released at the same time. So what's this episode? Is this episode 4?
Yes.
Episode 4. Books. So I had to read this book. Didn't read it.
Yeah.
I tried. I got, how far did I get in? I got about 80 pages in.
That's good going.
So over, when was it? From Tuesday? So it's 5 days, 4 or 5 days. So yeah, it's not great really.
Where are you at in the book?
So, it's Winston, is it?
Winston Smith. Is it Winston Smith?
I think so, I'm not sure. Yeah. But they're trying to eradicate words from the language. They're trying to get that new speakers or whatever. And nothing much has happened, to be honest, but he's having these thoughts that he's trying to keep under wraps, that he can't let his face the cameras are on him.
Yeah. And
he sees people that I don't know, go weird with their faces, whatever. He just wants to scream and smash things up, but he just can't. That's where I am. Nothing much. I got an idea of what the world is like. I know Big Brother is. I know they're all watched. Nothing much else though. There's no real thick plot that I've got into yet.
Right. Okay.
So I don't really know. I'm gonna keep reading it because I'm enjoying it. It's quite good. I like stuff like this. I don't know. It's not really post-apocalyptic, because it's just a dystopian future. Yeah. It's quite good. I like stuff like that.
It's what
you can spoil it for me if you want to.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want to. What you'll find though is if you compare that book now, the further you get into that book, if you think about COVID, right, and how things were, and what you couldn't say and things like that during COVID, and you'll read that book and be like, oh wow. Do you mean it was a bit like 1984? Because during COVID, that's what people would say, people online and things like that. Yeah, and they would reference that book.
Is that when you read it? Was it?
No, I read it before actually.
Yeah,
but then when I could see people referencing it, I knew what they were talking about.
Yeah,
but it's a good book. I think you enjoy it.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So you had to read. Well, you had to read. You read Shrinking Man.
That's it. Shrinking Man.
He didn't bring it because he doesn't care.
Yeah, no, I didn't bring it because I didn't know whether we could show it on the tube with you. But next time I will. But I'm about 60 odd pages in, and I was reading it earlier, and I'm at this point where he used the needle to fend off the spider.
Yeah.
And when I was reading it, but right, I was tensing my calves, right, and I was fucking gripping the book. The thumb was like that.
Yeah.
Because
big sweaty thumbprint on it.
Yeah.
All the books.
And what I'm loving about it so far is like it's unimaginable, isn't it? So like at this stage now, I think he's got about 4 days until he's going to be.
Yeah, he's worked it out.
Yeah, he's like going to be 0 in 4 days, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's like it says in the book that like he needed to like jump from one side of the table to the other, but in his world it was like 3 foot.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to imagine that, and it was making me think of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
Started watching it the other day. I thought Felix was like, he doesn't like it.
Is it? Was it kind of dated or something?
I think so. I think the special effects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, he's used to these days special effects, which is like amazing. Like you can't tell the difference between like Hulk,
right,
and like whether he's real or not. Yeah. But like think of like old school Hulk, because like you can tell the difference. Like, yeah. No, I think it's he wasn't into it, but it's all like the film. I don't want to get into films again. Yeah. It's all like set. There's like real world stuff to make it look big. They'd have bigger things to make people look small.
On Shrinking Man film, is it?
No. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah. So they wouldn't have like CGI or anything. So I don't know. He's not used to that. I mean,
because there's a ride for that in Florida and things, isn't it? Like
I don't know.
Disney World.
Yeah, not sure. I've been there.
Is it? Well, same, but just it's just something I know.
Yeah.
Doing.
It's good knowledge.
Aye.
Yeah, Shrinking Man. Yeah. So I don't think. So do you know like why he's shrunk?
Yeah, so all I know so far is he was on a boat with Marty, which is his brother, and just a mist.
Yeah,
descended over them when they were on a boat.
I can't remember like what happened to Marty. I don't know.
It has nothing's been mentioned yet. It's just it's like it's like so far it's like he's been on a boat, he's in the basement, there's a spider, he's climbing things, he's trying to get some crackers which have been bloody melted, but and every now and again, and it'll, like in the chapters, it'll give this it'll say 48 inches or something. And do you know what I mean? And then just talks about his size, but I don't think nothing's mentioned about Marty yet.
I read it a while ago. It's good though. It's a good idea. But like, I wouldn't like to shrink constantly. That would be hell, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it gets to a point where I just can't imagine it. It'd just be really weird. Like climbing up steps and things. Like you'd have to live in a little cage and stuff.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think he's lost, didn't he? He got lost at some point.
But I'm not sure yet. He's all I know is of the basement and before.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, because he's just on his own.
Yeah.
And you don't know like why no one's helping him or anything.
That's it. Because he's shrinking. I think he's shrinking a quarter of an inch a day, or a seventh of an inch a day.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't notice first. If you shrank like a little bit. I don't know, when would you notice, do you think?
It's a clothes. Because there's a bit in there where when he's like a certain height, and he said he put on a suit or something. And he said his hands were like in his sleeve, to me, which made me just imagine it. And like he was saying at one point, like when he was been shrinking, he was trying to get intimate with his missus, but he said like he felt like a little boy. So it must be mad. But do you know what I've like kind of taken from the book so far, right? Is, and you can kind of compare this to like a film. So the book was written in 1956, right? Which is, it seems like a long time ago, but it's not really.
Yeah.
It's only 4 years older than my old man. You know what I mean? But like, what's cool I find is like with a book, the only way you can tell that it's old is by technology within the book.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the language is as we talk now.
Yeah.
But like they said, like he had to send a letter or something. So they said like telegram. They said, try and telegram the hospital or call the hospital. It wasn't like send an email.
Yeah.
That's the, whereas like in a film, if I watched a film from 1956, it'd either be in black and white, to be grainy. The acting would be very like.
Yeah, it's clearly old.
Yeah,
books and all. Yeah, I know what you mean. I got with his other book, I Am Legend. I didn't know like when that was set or anything. They don't describe like all the the PC or like the stuff that PlayStation or whatever people normally have. It's just a man in a universe, and you don't need to know any more than that. But
of course,
you put it in from your perspective. Yeah. So I naturally thought that it was like in our time. Do you know what I mean? I think at some point it does say like that. I think that's in the 50s. I don't know. I'm not sure 100%. I don't think it explicitly says. Can't remember now. That's good to go done as well.
Yeah, I'm going to do our next.
I just like the way that, like, you write stuff. They're quite short as well. They're not like stupidly long.
Yeah.
So you can like bang them out if you go on holiday, whatever. But like I've had, I don't know, 5-10 minutes here and there. Or like I start reading at the end of the day and I'm falling asleep. Like,
that's it.
That's the worst. But yeah. So I don't really read a lot much anymore. I read like business stuff. So I got like about 5 marketing books, like just to learn all that kind of stuff, and like psychology behind selling things and that. It hasn't helped all that much, I think.
Well, it hasn't helped or hasn't stuck?
Yeah, maybe both. I think, I don't know, there's so much in like all the different books that I got. Just they basically say the same thing, but I think you've got to put it into practice as you're reading it and do it like as you're reading it and apply things, which I was trying to do. But then, I don't know, like when you don't know whether it works or not, like if it doesn't like sell straight away. I mean, nothing's kind of skyrocketed since I've used them, you know, since I've read them. Nothing massive has changed, and I've put a lot of it into practice. So I don't know whether it's, I obviously know more about it than now. I know like you could kind of tease people with things more than anything with internet stuff. That's what I got from the books that I've read. Yeah. I don't get time to read stuff that I want to read like this. Do you know what I mean? So I probably won't end up finishing this, although I want to. But it is interesting like, I don't know, I'm sure some people would love this kind of world. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, some people would be kind of pushing for everything to be, I can't think of the word. Yeah, controlled. And what's the fucking word? I can't think of the word. What's the word? Censored. Like, everything's censored. You got to watch what you say in every situation. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, think back to like the music podcast when I said something about Dave Grohl. Instantly, I was like, that's going to sound bad.
Yeah, well,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really care about stuff like that because my intentions are not to hurt people.
Of course, yeah.
And neither are yours, so I don't think there's any need to.
But 5 years ago, I wouldn't even thought about.
No, I know.
You know.
Yeah, I know. You gotta watch what you say.
Exactly.
Like in general, I think, but I think there's so much more offensive people out there than us. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But the fact that we're Welsh, we just speak differently to each other generally. Like we sound like we hate each other. Like we said before about the boys like following the band around and stuff, just being horrible people. Glasses Jesus, yeah, and it's hilarious, like stuff like that. But I know, and the way that we speak, like in group chat and all that kind of stuff. Like if someone, I'm sure someone messaged me the other day saying something. It was I'm starting to get more relaxed with different friends that I've met, and as I do, it's like I let stuff like this out. Do you know what I mean? Like they said something like, "Oh, well done for the other day," or "Well done" with something. They just said, "Fuck you." I was like, I just love this thought of someone like either bursting out laughing on the other side or just thinking,
"What's he on about?"
Yeah, why?
Do you know the other day, right, I had a notification on Instagram to say that I surpassed 500 followers, like.
Oh yeah.
And I've been talking to Sandro Ford, like, and you know Sandro.
Yeah. I don't know. I know of him.
He's
do you mean?
Fucking brilliant. I went to see him in Armour Nails on Thursday, right? He's fucking hilarious, like, and he was just hosting. Do you mean he had like 3 or 4 comedians?
Yeah.
But like he'd been speaking to me on Instagram, so I shared that thing. And he, like, you know, I was like, "Oh, thanks for everyone who's followed me. I didn't expect it, blah, blah." And he just messaged me, "Grow up."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know whether that's a Talbot thing, whether it's just us that do it, or whether there's anyone else in the world that speaks to each other like that.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, it's just get a laugh.
But you just know, don't you? They're fucking about, like.
Yeah, exactly. You know? It's just so ridiculous.
Exactly.
They can't be serious, like.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Funny, but have you been to Armour Nails yet?
I went to get Thai last night. We had like takeaway Thai food, so I walked into town. As I was walking through, dead everywhere. Nothing's like, not a lot of places are open even. Like just the Christmas kind of cool down for January. Walked past Armour Nails, just thumping in it. Like, there's a DJ and it's tiny. It's like, was it like 2 tables, one or 2 tables?
Well,
there?
like I haven't seen the set out that way because like on the comedy night it was just seats,
I got you. Okay, but that's good. They have bands in it and stuff. I've seen a full band set up in there. I just wonder where people are going.
I know,
but it's good. It's we need that. I think that's 100%. much better than I'd go there over any other place. Do you know what
I loved about it? Right, was like so like, you know, I had to buy tickets online for the show. Like, you know, Sandro told me, you know, follow this link, blah, blah, blah. But then when the stand-ups were doing their bit, they pulled the shutters down. So like,
okay, so you can't watch outside.
Yeah, so no one can come in and stuff.
Yeah,
and I don't know, we just felt like, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Like,
yeah.
Do you mean you just felt like you part or something?
Yeah,
do you mean like, not as opposed to anyone can win spoons? Do you mean? But or like peg or whatever.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know, but Talbot's just fucking dying, isn't it, really? In terms of like who, like in the places that people are going out and stuff. Like Lion, look, I was looking in there. The lights were on in the Red Lion.
Right.
It seemed like a restaurant-y kind of place. Obviously, it's not. I don't know.
It was at one point, didn't it?
It was, yeah. It was a bit of a weird place. I did a few gigs there. There was like, I don't think it is now. I don't think you sell food now, but I think it's just as it was. Like, it's just a normal kind of pub, but all the lights were on. There's like a table of people sitting down in the middle. It's nowhere near like what it was like before. Remember, like what it might be at the time of year because it's just after Christmas. But I remember the Red Lion being, you know, just lively. It's just life everywhere. Like every different place, you'd know who'd be in different places all the time. I don't know whether it was because we were younger. But imagine now, the people who were like lurking outside, spoons smoking and the pig and stuff.
Yeah.
Just old men, like just old blokes coughing and spitting on the floor as you walk past and stuff. It's like, oh, let's go here, shall we?
Yeah, invited.
And then you got Avonales then. It's like, it was like, I don't know whether it always looks rammed. There's no one in there, like.
That's it. Like, honestly, it's probably like.
Is this room?
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe
like the full square of the studio, probably, yeah.
And like, they do poetry nights and stuff like that. It's like, and what's what I love about, I'm going to start going there more, like, to me, because like Amy was like, oh, they do live painting.
Yeah.
So you mean, so they have like a nudist come in. Well, not nudist.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like,
yeah.
And
like a life drawing.
Yeah, and
that's
I just thought like that's cool.
Yeah, there's nowhere else like that in town. You would. I think people are scared to do it just because.
Yeah.
Port Albert's just full of arseholes. I think, isn't it? Like mostly, like the ratio from arsehole to people who appreciate that is kind of, it's not quite there. But there's enough people.
You're a minority to kind of think of it as being like different and cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's great, and I definitely will want to go out more often. Like.
Yeah, we need more places like that. I'm gonna start a group thing, a group guitar club, like a jam thing as well. In where Glen Avenue used to be.
Yeah.
There's a cafe there now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start like a guitarist like jam club thing like once a month.
Cool.
Yeah, there's nothing like that really. Like people just go and meet other people because all my students, they don't know like where they are, like they think they're doing crap, although some of them are really doing well, like, and they don't know what's expected for someone who's been playing for a year or a couple of months or whatever. They think like some of them are really progressing quickly, but they think they're not progressing quickly enough.
I got it.
So it's nice to put them in a room with people and they can chat. They can say, how long have you been doing it? Like, what grade are you on? That kind of thing. Like, let's play in this key. And they can actually have a musical conversation with someone using the stuff that we're learning.
Yeah.
So rather than, like we said before, joining a band and not have any idea how to speak to someone about, like, music or anything.
I see.
Let me turn your mic up a bit.
Yeah, no worries, but...
I think it was blasting in the beginning. I think it's...
Do you reckon that'll be right now,
isn't it?
It's
alright now, yeah. I think it was right before. I think it changes every time. I live stream every week. It's different every single time. Somebody says, oh, it's fucking blasting, you stupid bitch. And next week, like, I keep it the same. Like, can't hear you.
Yeah.
Where are you? It's like, it's just different. I don't know where I am with it. I don't know.
So, that sounds like a good idea, though, but do you mean? Doing that?
Yeah. So it's probably going to be next month. Like, I haven't sorted it yet, but it's going to, But that's, I've looked up a few places. But it seems like a tidy place to do it. But like anywhere like artsy like that is good. Anyone supports that. I've told there's not many venues now either.
No.
Who I would send my students to go and play.
Yeah.
But that's one place. I've mentioned a few people about Avonales.
Yeah.
Like the ones who just kind of started and things.
What about the new, the
Murphy's.
new old cinema?
Plaza.
Yeah, the Plaza.
There's no parking anyway. I've looked into it. They charge a certain amount for the room space and stuff, which is more expensive than the Glenavon place.
Right.
But I've got a big hall in there. Thing is, there's just no parking. Like, you can't park anywhere to fill the place.
I see.
So I don't know. I wouldn't expect people to. I wouldn't say, oh, look, we'll do a gig here, because I'm going to do another gig for my students this summer. But I wouldn't want to do it there. Although it is good. I'm expecting a lot from people just to come and drive and look for somewhere to park. It's a nuisance, like, do you mean?
I know what you mean.
So I don't know. I just want to be easy. I want everything in my head to think, oh, okay, I got to go here. I got to pay for parking here.
Yeah.
Got to get from here to over there. There's a massive walk for it or something. There's steps going in. There's, I don't know, no windows in there. It's boring.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's lifeless. Like, every venue has got something kind of wrong with it. But
you can't control that, though, innit? Do you mean it's like?
Yeah, no, I know. But like,
I mean, it's like, but there are things you are going to think about, innit?
Yeah, I know. I just want it to be easy for people, that's all. But yeah. So poetry. Have you ever attempted poetry before?
I've made a poem once.
Have you?
I have, yeah.
You're going to share it?
I could. It's on my phone. That's the This is about COVID, and my phone's dead. I've turned it off. Let me turn it on. Basically, yeah, I've done it once, but I used to go to a festival in North Wales called Festival Number 6. Ever been there? Did you ever go?
I've heard of it.
It was in Portmeirion. Have you been there?
No, I've heard of it. I've never been there.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was looking into going, I think.
The festival itself I think, is stopped now. I don't know whether they could afford it, afford to keep running it, like.
Yeah.
But there was a spoken word thing, like, you know what I mean? And it was really good. It was the first time we'd ever, it was me, Amy, Stokesy and Lucy. First time we'd ever done anything like that. Stokesy was fucking blown away, he was, like, do you mean? And I was as well, do you mean? But I think it kind of struck something with Stokesy. He loved it, like. But yeah, what about yourself? Have you? I've got it.
Oh, go on in.
And it mentions 1984, which is weird. This is the 11th of May, 2020.
Oh, day after my birthday.
Is it? Okay, I'll check it on my calendar. So this would be how many months after the start of COVID? 2 months. Who would have thought it would be against the rules to give a family member a hug, whilst the man who advised for these measures to be put in place selfishly swept them under the rug? The thought of being stuck in a traffic jam now seems appealing, as it's our human rights you are so blatantly stealing. We're only allowed outdoors to exercise. For any other reason, you may be penalised. We are now permitted to travel. Permitted to travel to work, although avoid public transport, as it's where the virus will lurk. This lockdown has now gone on for far too long. People are now starting to see something else is really going on. Manipulation of death figures are being exposed, yet we remain compliant, staying indoors. How much longer will you listen to these lies? Will it be until a grandparent dies? Sorry for someone's grandparents died. They may die from cancer, a heart attack or a fatal disease, but no doubt it will be registered as COVID-19. The truth is out there if you just look. Take your eyes off the mainstream media and read George Orwell's book. 1984 has arrived in 2020. Our freedom is being stripped so eloquently. Stay inside or you may die, but it's okay to get on a plane and fly. When will everybody wake up and realise what's really going on? It will be when our freedom is completely gone. When that time comes, it will be too late. By conforming to the government rules, you will have chosen your own fate. This is the future and it's here to stay, unless you stand up and have your say. So yeah, everything's worked out alright. Thank you. Thank you, Braz. Everything's worked out alright in the end. No, it kind of has gone back to normal.
Yeah, it's fully back to normal now. Yeah, I think.
But that's just, I know, like, that it was
very
at the time.
Very uplifting.
Yeah, but that's how it just represents the mood of the time, doesn't it?
So what did you write that? Was that a reason why you wrote that, or was it just for yourself?
I just wrote it for myself, like. Yeah. And the only person who's actually seen that, I think, is Fash.
Is it?
Yeah, I read it Fash once.
Now all of our subscribers, millions of people.
Yeah, I actually sent him a voice message and I said, "Oh, thanks." Like, but I'm just so glad that, you know, looking this and listening, reading that back, I'm glad that we are where we are. Do you know what I mean? Because it did not look good, did it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just kind of let it all happen, really. I think, people. I don't think people put up with too much crap either. Do you know what I mean? You know, if people are told to kind of stay in house, people won't care in the end. People didn't care in the end, did they?
No.
I remember being on the beach and everyone's just like clumped together, like, as you know, kind of against the rules, but everyone's kind of outdoors and stuff.
Yeah.
And people having little parties on the beach and things, and like, they had a drone going over saying, "Please disperse." Like you're like you're breaking COVID rules or whatever, and it was just going along the beach back and forth.
Seriously?
Yeah, trying to get people to disperse and stuff.
That's 1984, like.
Yeah, no one did though. No one did. It was just kind of laughing at it. Yeah. But,
shit. That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, but everyone thought it's, you know, it's like for, you know, it's keeping people safe and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Do you know the day the lockdown? I don't want to go on a COVID thing because that will be a hours, right?
We'll do the conspiracies another one.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
God,
do you know the day that we got locked down? Right, it was like February or March, something like that. 2020, right? Shit. It was like the 18th of March or something like that, right? I drove to town that night, even like straight away, and outside the fucking bank and all that, Domino's and Pizza Hut, they had banners to say stay indoors, right? So the council knew it was going to happen. They'd informed the fucking printing company to print these banners. Do you mean?
Yeah, I think.
So how long did that take?
I think they'd probably say that it was like a what's the word? Like a safety measure just in case. You know what I mean?
No, but what I'm saying...
That's what they would say.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is...
But they would have known.
We were told on the 18th of March, say it was, but the banners might have been made the week before, ready to put up on the 18th. So how many people knew we were going to get fucking locked down? See, I'm going off on one now. How many people knew we were going to get locked down before we actually fucking got locked down?
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. It's a butterfly knife, yeah.
Is it? Do you look at my throat?
No, it's all blunt.
Yeah.
It's fun though. Fun.
I could go mental on COVID, so let's get back to books, is it?
Yeah. So I'm not one for poetry. Well, I do enjoy poetry. I like some poems. I wrote a poem for, was it your brother's best man speech?
Ah, yeah.
No. Oh, I sang a song. I sang a song for your brother's best man speech. I wrote a poem for Bean's best man speech.
Right.
I've forgotten what it is now. There's no record of it anywhere. But yeah, I enjoy a lot of the time. I like poetry because it's already rhythmic.
Yeah.
It's like a story, but it's got rhythm to it. So if the poem then is interesting to me, then I like making that into a song, into music and stuff. So I give it to my students for challenges and stuff. So I've done a songwriting course, and part of that is someone mentioned they gave me a challenge like live in one of the live streams and said, let's write a song like about random stuff. Tell me something to write a song about. Someone said batteries. Okay. So we did it about batteries, but the first step is to write a poem about it. So I do write a lot of poetry. It's not something I'm not proud of a poem. I wouldn't kind of read it out loud for anyone.
No.
But no, it's just stupid shit. Do you know what I mean? Like what I usually do is just my brain works in rhythms and rhyming all the time. It's just random shit. But there's one poem that I can't get out of my brain just because of the visual imagery, and it's antagonish. Okay. Have you heard of that? No. I always think that it's by the guy who does The Raven, but it's not.
I don't know what The Raven is.
So The Raven is by... What's the name? People in the comments be screaming at me now. Why do you know The Raven is? It was the guy... There was a film made about him, and he was like solving murders and stuff. So all like dark. No. Like older than that. It's kind of like Sherlock Holmes, but not like that kind of era. Yeah. Everything's black and dark, and it's like I can't think of the word for it. There's a word for it where it's like just really kind of bleak, a little bit like that, but older, not black and white. It's just everything's cold and dark. I'll find out. I'll remember what it is, and I'll tell you what it is. But anyway, that poem, that poet, I think that is him, but it's not. Anyway, this is by Hughes Moons, which I've never heard of. Yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish he'd go away. When I came home last night at 3, the man was waiting there for me. But when I looked around the hall, I couldn't see him there at all. Go away, don't you come back anymore. Go away, so please don't slam the door. Last night I saw upon the stair a little man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I'd wish he'd go away. Creepy ghost stories. Yeah. So yeah, I just enjoy that one. It's just...
And what's it called?
Antagonish, yeah.
Antagonish.
I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I always get it wrong.
Yeah.
But I give people, I give my students challenges to write a song about that. So that's the lyrics of your song. However you want to put it in, put music to it, and go through this whatever steps you need to do it. Just find their own kind of yeah. Because everyone's got their own way to write music. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I think you need to understand how your brain works, how your creative flow can start. Yeah, so that you can channel it every time. That's the hardest thing. Lyrics are the hardest thing for me, and I think a lot of people are the same. Not everybody. Some people just fly through lyrics, but I think lyrics is a big sticking point. So by doing a poem, you can get rid of that sticking point. It's like, oh, these are the lyrics. Yeah. Like if you're writing a song, you think, oh, I can't think of lyrics. Just do a poem. Just do something that's already been written before, and then fit the music around that.
I think that's what Amy Winehouse used to do.
Is it?
I'm sure that's what I've heard.
Yeah, loads of people do. I think there's loads of ways to write lyrics. David Bowie used to do the cut up method, but he used to take a diary, old diaries, cut up. Like say you've got a line of like I don't know, whatever it says. Say something. Got dumped today. Yeah. My girlfriend bit my dick off or whatever. And I don't think Bowie would have said that, but he'd cut all the words out and rearranged them to make something good. And same the other way around. So he's got like all his diaries are all chopped up into these different words. You could do it with newspapers, you could do it with anything, and you rearrange the words to make something new.
Yeah.
So then the creative process isn't to think of specific words or like a story or a flow. It's just to deal with what you can see in front of you. So yeah, that's
creative in itself, though, isn't it? Like, to even think of doing that.
It takes out the pressure of you doing it.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of doing a poem as well. Like when I do it with my students, things.
But like, what came in my mind when you were saying about you could put that poem antagonist to any lyrics, to any kind of music.
Yeah,
I could imagine, like, you know, give that song to Billie Eilish and she'd put something probably like, I don't know, like a piano or something like that.
Yeah.
But then you could give it to like a metal band and they'd scream the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Or you could give it to Coldplay and he'd like spook it up, like.
Spook it up.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I mean.
For different people, innit?
It just does kind of the job for you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And what's the other one? Can't think. No, there's no other poems that stick out in my head. You a fan of haikus? Haikus, do you know what they are?
Haikus, no.
Have you played Ghost of Tsushima?
I want to. I haven't.
You haven't played it?
No.
Okay, I thought you would have.
No.
So yeah, there's that's it's not how I know what a haiku is, but that's how most people know what a haiku is. If you're into gaming.
In like
haiku, it's a Japanese or Chinese, I think it's Japanese poem, basically.
Right.
And it's like a specific format for it, so it's like 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, then 5 syllables.
Right.
So it's like me and Sean ate cheese. Sean is much fatter than me. But,
did you write that down before?
No. Yeah, but whatever the last kind of 5 syllables will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what that was. Yeah. Yeah, but you can do it. Do you want to make a haiku? Go on.
A haiku.
5 syllables.
My 5 syllables. My breath smells of turds.
7 syllables.
I need to brush them right now. I need to brush my breath. Like.
then 5 syllables.
I just messed this up.
That's right. That's done. Yeah. That's the end. There you are. 5, 7, 5.
5, 7, 5.
Yeah, but Ghost of Tsushima, you find these different spots. You sit down and you write a haiku about a tree or whatever.
Right.
Like the leaves are fucking green or whatever. Like you choose what each one's going to be. It doesn't have to rhyme or anything. But yeah, another one I love getting my students to write songs about. The ones that are interested in songwriting is Flowers for Algernon. Have you read that?
I've heard of that. That's on my list of books to read.
I think I bought it for your brother for Christmas.
Is it?
Yeah, I think because I was sick of talking about it, and I just gave it to him. I thought he'd like it. But no one really knows what it is. Like in the UK, it's not a big thing because in school, everyone knows who of Mice and Men. You know, everyone does that. Everyone does like Shakespeare, and like. You know, the normal kind of shit that everyone does in school, the shit stuff that
Romeo and Juliet or something.
Yeah.
That's Shakespeare, didn't it?
Yeah, Shakespeare. But like America, apparently, I've mentioned this on like the course again. This is one song that I mentioned, one story that I mentioned for people to write music about because it's really interesting to do. But they all know what it is because they do that in school. In some states, apparently, in certain ages, they study this book. But it's about someone called Charlie, who's mentally deficient in some way. I don't think it doesn't specifically say what's wrong with him, but there's something wrong with him in the brain. Just think of him as like stupid. He's just a stupid Charlie. There's some like scientists that he kind of does like tests with, and he's like trialing a certain kind of treatment or whatever to give him like to make his brain like more efficient and make him more intelligent and stuff. And it works. He goes like super intelligent, but the whole story is about that whole process. But it's written in the style of his diary. So it starts off, he's really stupid, and he can't spell progress. So it's progress report, but it's like progress.
Right.
And like it's typed, but all his spelling is wrong, and everything he writes is like hard to piece together, like broken English. He's trying his best. You get an idea of a story that he's being bullied, but you got to read between the lines for it. Like you hear these people are like. He thought someone was being nice. He's like, someone gave me an apple today or something, and it tasted like turds. Do you know what I mean? So you know someone's shit an apple give to him. Not specifically that, but like he doesn't know, but you get it from the story. Do you know what I mean?
Right. My teeth went brown.
Yeah, but it was very nice of him to give it to me. You know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So And it just follows him through that like that, and then he starts to know all these people who are being assholes to him and stuff. But there's a mouse that's going through the same thing called Algernon. I think I'm probably saying it wrong. Algernon.
Could be
Algernon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels strange to say Algernon. I don't know. I'm not sure. I never heard anyone else talk about it to me. But but that's a good one because with the music side of things, we go through like starting off really simple, the way like a child would write music. Do you know what I mean? And then it goes like it's super intelligent, like as as complex as possible, and like really weird kind of chord movement. As long as you've got a word for the chord movement, you could use anything basically. That's kind of the exercise they do with people. And then at the end, you can kind of choose to go where you want to go. I don't want to give away the end of the book, but that's a good one. That's worth it. Read, definitely. My sister told me about it years ago. It was like, it was really good. And that was the first one actually that got me into reading properly. Yeah. There's nothing. I read like The Hobbit before then, and like Lord of the Rings I read first when I was in school, and it took me because I was in set 1 for English with 3 other boys, all the rest were girls.
Is it?
Yeah, so I couldn't really mess around because the boys were like fully, wanted to get good marks and things. They were there to pass school, and I was just there. Just like me, like I don't know why I was in like set 1 English, but I enjoyed writing. I enjoyed that side of things, and they'd all read like Lord of the Rings. They'd all read loads of these different books and stuff. I was plodding my way through Lord of the Rings like this, taking me like 5 days, read like 80 pages. Like let's go through it, and I don't know. I just didn't enjoy the reading side of things as much as like later on because I was only reading stuff that I thought I was supposed to be reading because I was in set 1. It's like these boys are talking about it and stuff. It's like, all right, well, first of all, you're not really my kind of people. Do you know what I mean? Right. And like they read and talking about stuff. The show that they've read it kind of thing. It was all kind of weird. But it was only later then my sister recommended books that I would like. Do you know what I mean? Just because she's my sister, not for me to kind of show how intelligent I am or anything, for no other reason apart from you like us, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a good recommendation, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think anyone else in my family was into reading like that. You know what I mean? No one else would have recommended that book or anything.
I think with reading, it's either something that you've done from being a kid, or like you say, like something you just pick up later on. Yeah. And I think if you start reading later on, for me personally, when I start, like, when you said about that book, Algernon, being the first one that got you into books, and the way it was written, I think I said to you either on or off the podcast today about that book Room, where it was written in the perspective from the 6-year-old boy. That's the first book I ever kind of read, and then bang, that was it then. Do you know what I mean? And so we edited the both books kind of written a certain way as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I felt like, shit, what? Why haven't I been reading all this time? Like,
yeah, no, I know.
I mean? Like, and then I feel like I'm going back, not backwards, sorry, but I feel like I have to go back in time now to find books. Like I'll Google like best top 100 books. Yeah. You know, I'm reading books by Stephen King, which are from like 70s or 80s, like, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And because I'd rather because what I find is, like, for example, have you read Ready Player One?
No.
You'd like that?
That's a book.
I think, yeah, it was a book. Ernest Cline.
When was that written?
I think I was written either like late 80s or early 90s. Really? I think. Okay. But it references all games, all like science fiction games, books, films, everything. And like I'm reading that book and I'm like, shit, I need to read this now. I need to watch this. Like there's Ready Player 2 as well, which came out a few months back. And like it's the sequel.
What, the book?
The book, yeah. And like it references like films like Existence.
Oh yeah, I love that.
And stuff like that. I was like, right, I've seen that, but I need to watch it again now. And like I'm reading the book and I'm like, fuck, I need to do all this as well.
Yeah. You find it.
I think this is the way my brain is like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think. Yeah, I didn't know that was a book, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll learn it too. Once you've, if you finish 1984.
Yeah, it's my reward. Yeah. Another book.
Yeah.
Bigger one. Yeah, because I was going to say, because there's like modern games in the film, innit? It's like Halo and all that shit.
Yeah, Sonic. I think perhaps it was written in like the late 90s. I'll have to double check. But
yeah, no, I was just interested. I don't know whether the film added all that stuff in. You know what I mean? But it's interesting. I think, I don't know, yeah. 80s again. 80s is such a creative time, like. But I think like the reason why I liked Flowers for Algernon the most is the way that it was written, like you said. Just because if it was written normally, like a normal person telling the story about this person, it wouldn't have clicked the same way. I've never ever seen a book written by a stupid person intentionally spelt wrong and gradually get better and better. It's like an interesting thing to see. I felt like I was part of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm literally reading someone's diary. I like stuff like that. That's what kind of sucked me in. Existence is good.
That Jude Law's in that as well, isn't he? And they got a weird gun.
Yeah, well, I don't understand that film, to be honest. It's like it goes through different. It's kind of like it's all the same kind of stuff. It's like the Matrix and stuff. Remember, like Johnny Mnemonic, like we mentioned last time. It's kind of similar. It was the same time as that, I think. But it was they had to get through a metal detector and assassinate someone. So they made he was like a fish person, wasn't he? Taking fish apart and stuff.
Right.
In like the game he was an assassin, but he was infiltrating a fish factory. They were like future fish with like stupid kind of limbs on them and stuff. And he was taking all these fish parts, putting them to one side, and then he ended up like being able to put it together, slot this jawbone in there and stuff, and he made a gun. It was like a tough gun. And he would shoot a tough goes into someone's neck. Yeah, but I never worked out at the end like whether it was like real or not, because I don't know. I can't remember much about that because they insert that thing into your back, didn't they? Right. There's a little thing.
I think
little pod.
I think I was like 9 or 10 watching that.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
I tell you what we could do though. We could both watch that ready for the next pod.
Yeah.
But we'll only watch 20 minutes each.
Yeah, we've done films now. We'll have to do like series or something.
Yeah. Maybe good if you have the time to watch it. We can actually like.
Yeah, I suppose that's kind of a similar thing to Ready Player One-ish. You just go into a game, like you're sucked in. Like this, there's loads of films that I expect this is influenced. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Minority Report. That's one.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, yeah.
I know it's more about technology, but it's still about control and
it's all that, isn't it?
Yeah, like I need to watch that too.
Black Mirror. Have you seen them all?
No, I've seen about 3 or 4 episodes, and like
they hit and miss there.
It's disturbing. I find it's so real. I was just like, oh my god, this is what we
like. The pig one.
Yeah, because that's about David Cameron, isn't it? I don't know. I think it's based on that because
I have no idea.
Around that time, it come out that he'd done that to a pig. Like
what?
Yeah. Apparently, it was like an initiation thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Never heard that in my life.
Yeah, apparently, because like it's all to do with like being part of a certain club when you're in that kind of clique, like, you know.
Well, you gotta fuck a pig, otherwise you can't come in.
Yeah, basically, like, yeah. But
that's weird. No, I never heard that.
I want to watch Bandersnatch because, from what I gather, it's like the old Goosebumps books where you have to turn the page like 60.
Oh, you choose.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen all Black Mirror. Yeah. I haven't got every ending. But I can't remember the story about it. It's interesting though. But again, it's to draw you in. The whole thing is like you were part of it. Right. It almost breaks the fourth wall kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, they were the first to do that, or one of the first to do that, weren't they?
In like TV form, like.
Yeah. I feel like it could have, I don't know, could be more interesting. I don't know why they stopped making them. Like I thought there'd be loads more after that.
Right.
Like normal shows, like, so does he shoot him or does he not shoot him? But
would that be, if they did that, do you think that it would be more, it'd have a name, like, so it,
as like a special genre for it. Yeah, like multiple choice. Yeah, there wouldn't be a definite ending. I think with Bandersnatch, the whole story isn't changed. Like if me and you could have a completely different experience with Bandersnatch, but still know that it's about the same thing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I see.
It doesn't matter what the ending is.
Yeah.
But I think if you watch other stuff, and there's, you know, you can make the bad guy win or the bad guy lose or whatever, it's like you're taking a completely different message from it. With that, the whole point, I think the game's like unfinished or the code is unfinished or cursed or something. I can't remember. I watched it when it first came out.
Yeah.
But Memento's good as well. I forgot to talk about that. There's a couple of films that kept popping up when I was during the week. I thought I should have talked about that.
Yeah. I watched that recently, actually.
And, that's a good one. Similar thing. That was
really good.
It's just different. Like it just kind of in this, isn't it an odd format today?
Yeah.
So just checking. Yeah.
It goes. Well, I'm not going to say just in case someone sees it.
It doesn't matter.
I don't want to be that guy who spoils.
Fuck him.
No, I don't want to be a spoilist. If that's a word. But yeah, I do like the way that's done. There's like Fight Club, incredible. Do you mean?
Yeah. But the music as well for that.
Yeah.
I like the music.
Do you know what I didn't realise about Fight Club until like I was a little bit older? Is, do you know the blonde guy who gets battered?
Jared Leto.
Yeah. Like I was watching, I'd come across like 30 Seconds to Mars, the band.
Yeah.
Like, I was just watching a music video and I was thinking, I recognise him. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like looking back and I found it, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
You know people sometimes before you even know it.
Yeah.
From other things. Like,
I actually like him. Saying Mars.
Yeah, good band, man.
They were on the credits for. I might be getting this wrong. I might be a different band actually. No, I think it's someone else. Remember House of Wax?
Right.
When I think it's called House of Wax.
The horror film.
Yeah, when people get kind of turned into wax and someone's just kind of peeling this guy's skin off. He doesn't know these wax. He's peeling, and he's a cry. He's like, he can't move or anything. Yeah, horrible idea. But the last credits, I feel like it was From Yesterday by 30 Seconds to Mars. Either that or House of Cards by Medina Lake.
Yeah, they were a good band. Medina Lake.
Yeah, it's one of those two. But either one led me to the other.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that From Yesterday song is class, man. Have you seen the video for that?
No, I love the song though.
Do you know, like, you're saying about Ghost of Tsushima, like ninjas and stuff.
Yeah.
The video from Yesterday it's like a big battle with like ninjas and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
It's like a cinematic thing. I think the video in total is probably a 7-8 minute song. Like.
Yeah.
And the tune's shit hot too.
Yeah, I think I don't watch music videos anymore.
Is it?
There's no need for me to watch a music video.
Is it?
I think I know that's quite an old one now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like back, remember watching Kerrang and all that? And what was the other one? There's Kerrang and there's MTV2. You should always watch those two. And there was an old one.
VH1.
VH1, yeah. I was going to say VHS. Yeah, VH1. Yeah.
I wonder what the VH stood for. Do you mean?
VH1.
Like MTV's music television.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, but I remember watching those and then it meant something. Do you know what I mean? Like Street Spirit by Radiohead. Like, loved that one. That made an impact on me. Yeah. So the song made an impact on me because the video, like in those days, video was first. Like, I saw the video first. I wouldn't go on YouTube or like search, like Spotify didn't give me what I'm going to listen to next. It was like, whatever I'm shown now, I'm going to listen to. If I don't like it, there's going to be something next that I like, you know?
That's it, you know?
Yeah, so
I'm still for music videos, like, but I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't.
There's no platform for them.
So,
I feel like there's no platform for them anymore. Do you know?
Yeah, like, you know, when I was a kid, when we were kids, like you said, MTV, VH1, MTV2. If I went to my nan's or I was in the house, I would chuck it on, like, and I would just listen and watch the music. But now, if there's a band I like with a new album out, I will go on YouTube to watch the video. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Specifically, so like, there still is a platform for it, but like, it's not something that's on a constant stream, like a TV show.
I don't know whether people that age today, whether they do watch music videos. I can't remember what the last time I checked. Last time I checked, there's loads of different ones. You know, like loads of different like sub-genres of each one.
Right.
I think Kerrang's still going. I think Kerrang shows the same kind of stuff, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not sure. But like, it's not something that the kids are watching. Do you mean?
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
It's just different. I think like with TV and stuff, it's gone in different directions, isn't it? And especially with streaming now.
Yeah.
You know, I love streaming. I don't know. I was probably still buying CDs up until 2016, 17. Yeah. Because I was like dead. I was dead against streaming.
What, for music?
Yeah, and then like I started using Spotify for something, and I was thinking, fucking hell, this is brilliant, isn't it? And I wouldn't go back now, but I do like the idea of still buying CDs though. But the only problem is, like with the new car I got, for example, now it has a CD player.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, I think that just the whole consumer thing has changed. It's just changed the whole thing. So there won't be CDs again. There won't be anything equivalent to the CDs either. Like, it's all online now. I don't think there's not going to be. You know, they tried. It was 8-track cassette, CD. What was the floppy disk one? What was that one? Remember?
Mini disc.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
it was like all about quality and stuff. Like, record players are still there. Like, still, I want to get a record player. I've never heard music from a record player.
Is it?
Yeah, I never have. I've heard it's like the best quality, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna find out. But I think that's more of like a relic thing, isn't it? Like, that was the first.
Yeah. It's a niche thing, isn't it? Like I don't know if you know, but like bands are starting to bring out cassettes again. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so it's like I don't know, like a secret club. Like you've got to have a cassette player to be releasing their music.
But
it sounds shit though.
I think everything is. What I find is like everything comes back round for nostalgia.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like Stranger Things. Like, do you watch it?
Yeah,
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like, even though I wasn't a kid in the 80s, I was like, it just come out of Dad's bag, in '89. Like the 90s, like being a kid. It still reminds me of being a kid in the 90s, like, do you know what I mean? Or watching films in the 90s when I was a kid, which were from the 80s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I do like the whole nostalgia thing. I do like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you think like what's nostalgia for kids today? Because I can't imagine like the kids who were born after like 2010. I've started teaching people now who were born like after 2000. I used to make me feel old when they were born after 2000. That's most of my students now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I can't imagine them feeling nostalgic about 80s stuff. But what's after that that's worth being nostalgic about? Like what?
90s.
90s. I can understand the 90s, but like year 2000, 2010 is like the last 20 years. What's been there that's impacted everyone? You know.
Well, 20 in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I can't like 80s.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but like 80s was a very distinctive thing. You could look at someone and say, "Oh, he's dressed as 80s."
Do you know? Yes.
Like 90s has got its own. It's very, very particular. Well, it started to fade out in the 90s, I think. Like 80s was the last time you could look at someone from the 80s and say, "He's from the 80s."
Yeah, it was like an entity, like.
Yeah,
it was.
80s is its own thing. Like I don't know what it is for the last 20 years.
I tell you what 90s is, right? Yeah. Think back to school. Think of the fucking Welsh books. And you know, you had like kids on shitty skateboards, all like bright colours and like wavy lines, like.
Yeah.
Hats on backwards, loose clothes, like.
PJ and Duncan,
yeah. Like that. I think that's the 90s. From if you're looking out from the outside, but having grown up in the 90s, like 90s to me would be like
PlayStation
memory cards, N64. Do you mean and skating?
Yeah,
you know, but not the Welsh book skating.
Yeah.
Wearing Wu-Tang Clan and like clothes, Wu-Tang Clan, and like I hadn't even listened to them. Like, I did Gravel Pit.
Yeah, I remember
that was it. Like.
Yeah, but like from year 2000 on, I don't think there's any, you couldn't say that is an era to remember. So like there's nothing worth being nostalgic about, really. I
suppose the noughties is more the birth of the internet, isn't it? So like,
yeah, I think that was probably the death of everything. Maybe that marks the death of uniqueness and like its own era. It's like everything goes into like, I don't know, like a quick thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, people like learning guitar online and things. Just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Maybe that was it. Maybe that's why there's no. I can't think of anything specific from now and since then.
Yeah. I think the noughties were good. There's some good films.
It's good to be in. There's lots of stuff like that came in out and stuff like Matrix was back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know, things were started then. Like games got a lot better. Oh, yeah. But like games have got their own thing. You can imagine when games were made, you can see it was, you know, Deus Ex and all that, like around that kind of time. Loved games like that. And then, yeah, you can tell with that, it's like everything's just like virtual. Do you know what I mean? Like from then on, everything just became people focused on making virtual things better.
Yeah, screens.
Yeah, phones got smaller.
Yeah, but do you know what's mad though? I think like there's a book I read, right, by James Patterson called "The President is Missing." Good book, right? And like, basically, the president goes missing, and there's a point in the book like where this like kind of like terrorist group hack into like the internet infrastructure in the States, and they just shut all the internet down. And like I was thinking, like when I read it, I was like, fucking hell. So what would that stop? Like I was thinking like bank transfers, phone calls, the internet of the house, like people's access to getting their houses, ring cameras. Like it's so much things that there's so many things which use the internet now. It's insane. But at the same time, if the internet disappeared, we would be fine. Do you know what I mean? Like we live without it. And like I'd say like nothing is really that different from 1998 up until now. Really, it's just
physically, yeah. It's just all online, yeah.
It's all up, yeah, and
yeah,
in our imaginations, in a sense, like
yeah. It's interesting to see where it goes as well.
Yeah.
Like what's next? There's been a big thing in it. Like every decade has been a big thing.
Yeah. Where do you stand on ebooks? Or
I am got an ebooks. I like something physical. I can look at.
Same.
It reminds me. I'm looking at it. Like I've read those books. I need to read that one.
Do you sniff them?
Yeah, I like the smell of a book.
I'm a sniffer. Like yeah. Like if I go in a shop, but like if I can.
Yeah, you can tell like where your thumbs have been and all that. Do you know what I mean? You can tell like how much you've read. Like what? Yeah. Yeah, I just like a real book. The weight of it.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going through it.
It's a physical thing, isn't it? It's like
yeah,
you put it on a shelf.
Yeah, I've never read a book in any other way really.
Aye, I've had a go. Like I've had the Kindle on my iPhone.
Yeah,
and it is great. It is great. Like if you're in bed and you think like I'm not gonna fucking YouTube or anything like that. I'm gonna fucking read a book. It is lovely, but then I do like the real deal.
Yeah. I think there's a place for something physical. Like I think there needs to be more physical stuff.
Yeah.
Now that everything's kind of going more electronic.
I think, like we were saying about the nostalgia and things like that, though, I do think there might be a little U-turn at one point.
What do you mean? Like to go back?
Yeah, I do honestly think there's going to become a point where everyone who's, up to date and got phones and all that shit. Like, I mean, I reckon there's going to be a day where everyone goes, fuck this, we have become slaves to these phones.
I felt like that for years anyway.
Yeah, and I think there'll be a big backlash.
Yeah, I hate my phone. This cost me £10 a month, and it does like the bare minimum. And when my account got like hacked and all that, like last Christmas ago, I was like, all right, that's my sign. I'm just not going to do it anymore. And the business like died. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've got to be part of these Facebook groups wherever. I've got to be where everyone is. Do you know what I mean? Just to kind of show my presence,
kind of thing. Like
just to. It helps you know what people are struggling with generally. Answer the questions people are answering. Plus, like people who learn in Facebook groups are just, it's not the right place to learn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can be, say if you ask a question, I'm just learning to play guitar, where should I start? You get 1,000 people commenting all their own way to do it. They've all been relevant for them. But this person is no more better off, let's just be like before they ask the question, like.
Right.
So there's about like, I don't know, 15 of those, out of those, say there's 400 comments, 15 of those would be actual good advice.
Yeah.
Where to start. All the rest is like, oh yeah, I learned this one first, or I did this first. It's like, it's not coming from someone who's taught 1,000 people. It's coming from someone who's just taught himself,
Yeah.
If you're not a guitar teacher, you can't teach yourself.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, with the right mindset, you can. But I've got to be part of it. I've got to be in that. And I get annoyed with it every day. I hate it. I hate being part of it.
Do you hate just like technology in general, is it?
Well, I don't hate technology. I just hate the fact that people find that normal now. Like people are in Facebook groups solving all of their problems. Like I remember laughing at people when they go onto Facebook when they kind of first started, saying, "What time does this open?" Or stuff like that.
Sharing photos of dogs from America which are lost.
It's just the questions. It's
Swansea,
the stuff you can ask on Google, like.
Yeah.
Like taxi numbers, please. Just Google it. Put the same thing into Google. It's going to tell you the same thing. Yeah, it's just people are stupid, like. But still, I thought it would have kind of phased out. But I came back to it, it's exactly the same. Still stupid people.
Do you know my guitarist died? Not my guitarist, but died, right? His mother, right? She made a Facebook account and she typed in on her status, "Where can I listen to David's music?" She thought it was a search bar.
Yeah, I know.
And like he said, he just seen it. He's just like, but that to me, like that's innocent and funny. Like, like that's a different thing.
Yeah, no, but people just expect the comments to be their life and saviour. It's just a quick fix. No one wants to do any work anymore. No one wants to actually work for anything difficult.
Yeah,
it's like every part of social media is designed to give you like a hit of like endorphins and whatever those chemicals in your brain to tell you that you've done something good. Comment, someone likes it, little thing was up, you got a like, you got a follow and stuff. It doesn't mean anything. None of that means anything. I'd rather just put that in the toilet and just be a real person, but no one knows that I'm you if I'm just, just teaching no one. Do you know what I mean? It's like, unless I'm on a stage teaching a room full of 1,000 people, like, it's not going to be this. I can't reach the same amount of people as I can by using social media, and I've still got to play the same game as the other people who do it as well. It's like making an advert that's fucking horrible to make, and it's like, it's not me. It's just not me to do it. I wish I could say, no, I've got to be here. I've got to do this video. It's reaching you because social media have said that you'd benefit from what I do.
Right.
But I hate the fact that I'm being pushed in front of your face. Do you know what I mean? I might have something you like. Click this if you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's not, it just doesn't sell. Like, it doesn't.
So, what's inspired you to start this up then? It's like,
I've got to.
Yeah?
Well, since COVID and stuff, like, the business died.
Yeah.
No more gigs. That's still taking a hit now, like trying to get back into weddings and gigs and things. But like guitar teaching went to zero, so I was teaching people online as much as I could.
Yeah.
Found that teaching online did work. Do you know what I mean? So I a lot of people didn't want to do the online thing, so they were just I was afraid I'd never see them again. So I went from like 40 students a week to 6, say, like 6 online.
Yeah.
So then I made a course then just to say, look, I'm doing free lessons on YouTube. Let me know how it's going and stuff. We do it like a beginner course. I had a few people who just started, and I thought, right, they'd had one lesson. I'm never seeing them ever again. Do you know what I mean? So even the fact that I'm not seeing them again, I want to make sure that I'm giving them something, letting them start the right way. Do you know what I mean? So I went from zero, like which end do you blow into the guitar kind of thing,
right,
to like 12-week course where they can play Hotel California by the end of it. Do you know what I mean? And it just worked. Like, people loved it. Like, and it was. Yeah. I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have tried that if it wasn't for COVID. So I enjoyed COVID. There's other reasons why I liked it as well. Yeah. But like for my business, it opened up this whole online thing, which I never even thought about before. People had been doing it for years before that. Like, people had been selling stuff online and selling courses. And it was the first time that other people noticed my course, and I was getting approached by people who could sell my course for me. Right. And they were like giving me like outrageous quotes, like, give me like $4,000 and we'll go through like a 4-month kind of routine, like a system where we build and build and build up to a launch, and the launch is going to give you back $60,000 kind of thing. But I just had to learn all about it on my own. I thought, no, I haven't got any money to give anyone. Do you know what I mean? I've got to do it on my own. So I tried to put it all together, all the different things that I could. I was watching people's stuff online where there's a board in the background. I'd pause it and I'd be writing down little snippets of the board. I'd find a different video with a different shot of a different part of the board. I'd try to find what it was. I'd piece together like a jigsaw, like what they had on the board behind them, which was like a plan they had for someone else. Right. Yeah. So like lead magnet, funnel in 3 emails, whatever. And I kind of pieced it together from that. That's what it is now. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know how to teach guitar. I can play guitar. I can teach guitar. Yeah. And I love teaching people. But like, if I didn't do that online thing, I'd still be teaching the same way as I was before, just kind of 1-to-1 lessons in the studio. But at any point that could stop. If I could break my hand and then I can't teach, or this could burn down and I can't teach. At least with the online stuff, just an extra thing. It's given me an extra thing that I could do. Yeah. So but I wouldn't have before. I wouldn't, I didn't have to sell things before. People were just talking about me, sending people to me, like locally. It's like, any guitar teachers? Word of mouth is the best thing, yeah.
If you kind of like hate the kind of social media side of stuff and all that, what's kind of inspired you to do like the podcast and stuff then? Is it like...
This is fun. Yeah. This is alright. I enjoy this. YouTube is fun. Yeah. I like doing YouTube because like I'm getting
creative, like, is it?
Yeah, I'm getting back into enjoying that again. I've got a video coming out soon, but like it's been about 3-4 months since I did the last one. Yeah. Only because it takes me so long to do it. Because I want to put more time into it. I mean, I don't want to just bang it out and just do it just for the algorithm. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I want to do it to help people. Yeah. So I make them as good as I can. This is fun. I enjoy doing this, and it's just the things that you have to do online. Like you have to post every day. You have to you just have to do that. I hate have to do anything. I hate anyone saying.
And that's the whole point of going self-employed, isn't it? Is to not have someone doing that, but then
I know, and then you've got a million people telling you.
100%. But
Yeah, I know. So what's next for you, for your business and stuff? What's the next step?
So I've taken on 11 students. Do you mean? So, which is great. And then I'm just gonna get them all started. And I think I'm gonna stick with a Facebook page. I might do videos of lessons. Do you mean just set up I need to get like dash cams anyway, but I might set up a little camera inside for TikTok. Do you mean?
Yeah. It'd be funny.
I don't know why, but I just feel like that's like a necessary thing to do these days. You know, like a TikTok account with a little driving lesson thing. Cause
I don't know.
Because it's paid promotion. Well, not paid promotion. Sorry, it's promotion for the company, but at the same time, it's fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's fun, just do it.
Yeah, and it will help people. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Because I seen a video of this guy on TikTok the other day, and he's teaching his brother and I think he's like a qualified instructor. But like the way he's going about the lesson, I was just thinking like, wow, what's going on there? Like, it wasn't professional at all. It was funny.
Yeah, that's what people want to see.
I know.
No one wants to see you just sitting there.
Yeah.
Two people driving. Like they want to see you.
With a tie on and no, but like
people want to see you fearing for your life.
Yeah,
basically.
But I want it to be just natural. And if there's funny moments which happen on a lesson, excellent. Do you mean?
Yeah.
But I want people, like, say for example, someone fucks up. I might be like, oh, fucking whoa, or something, but I'll be like, right, what happened there? How did that happen?
Yeah.
What can we do to fix that? And so it's not just the funny side of it, it's both.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good for people to see what it's like anyway, because people who never had a driving lesson before, they don't know what's expected of them.
Exactly, yeah.
They have no idea which bit to move when and where, what to do.
Exactly.
So it's good to know how that information is delivered, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's worth doing, I think.
That's,
if you've got time to do it, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you mean? That's definitely one thing I'm going to do.
I've got a waiting list.
Not yet, but it's very close. Like, do you mean? I think I'm at about 20 now, but out of that 20, 2 or 3 aren't having lessons at the moment because of uni and things like that. So yeah, when they come back, I'd probably have to kind of stop taking on at that point. But
wait list. Keep a waiting list. Don't stop.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to stop taking people on, but just say, oh look, wait until this date because I got a test and go from there,
Yeah, because like I said before, don't you? You know when people are going to pass. You know when you got an opening and stuff.
And I can just make a list then, your first, first not first refusal, but once this person passes your next, you might be 8th, and
8th in the queue.
But if they find another instructor in the meantime, that's out of my control, and that's just the way the universe is working for them and for me. But
any plans to go bigger than that, like employing someone else?
Potentially. One of my friends now, he's out to work at the moment, and I phoned him the other day to see if he's doing alright and stuff, and I said to him about maybe looking at doing a course, so I said we could work together, but I have got one. I have got a friend who's actually doing it. He's going through the training. Do you mean? But but he'll be doing it. He'll be doing it on his own. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with my mate, it could be something we could do together. Do you mean?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense to look at that as the next thing. A waiting list. You're limiting the amount of money you can make because there's only a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
If you've got a waiting list of 10 and you've got someone you can give them, the students whatever, and you can take a cut from whatever because you're giving them the work basically. Yeah. Then that's that makes complete sense to me. It's easier to do than making more time and overworking yourself.
Yeah.
As one of my friends runs a gym in Virginia, and he said that's the hardest thing is to. Well, the first thing was deciding to do it, and then just trusting someone to have his name. Do you know what I mean? Under his brand and stuff to train, to be a personal trainer and train them, because he thought some things he knows he does in his head, he does it the best that he can. Do you know what I mean? It's his way to deliver everything. And he said the hardest thing was to entrust someone else with that and just let them do it their own way and let them, not control everything and say, look, do it like this because this is the way that I do it. It's just let them, just trust them to do it. I think I'd struggle with that. For me, it's the same thing. Run your own business. I think of that as the next step as well. If I ever get to the point where I've got loads of students, loads of inquiries, I can't kind of fulfill them, then I'd think about employing someone else to teach, but it's very much like my personal thing, and how I teach might be the same with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard. It'd be difficult for me to say, look, you got a lesson with, I don't know,
Jimmy.
Peter, Jimmy, or whatever. Yeah.
It's a control thing, isn't it? But it's not to be controlling. It's because it's your reputation.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's fear with me.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just scared to just let go of someone to do it.
Yeah. Because I know I've got to let things just let things happen and do, but it is.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to do it, but
scary.
Also it takes away the person, like just the personality of the brand that I got. It's like me. Everyone knows I do everything on my own.
Yeah,
I make all the courses on my own. I teach guitar on my own. I do the gigs on my own. It's like everything. I've got every single step of the way is me that does it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If someone else is in that process, and it's been like that for so long, I think I'd find it hard to do it. I'm sure there's a point where I will one day. Same as gigs though, like being in a band and stuff, there's a point where you get inquiries which you can't fulfill because you're too booked up. So you've got 20 inquiries, may as well just make another band, give them and take them a cut, that's how agencies are made, to be honest.
Do you know what's I was just thinking, alright, is think of like McDonald's, right? How it started with two brothers, and now there's two in Port Talbot. And it started off in the States. It's global. They are probably dead. Yeah, I think they probably are dead now. I'm
not sure.
Yeah, because I think it started in the 40s.
No idea.
30s, 40s. I know Walt Disney's involved. Yeah. He was friends with either the brother or Ray Kroc, because there's a film called The Founder. Have you heard of that? And it's,
I think I might have seen it.
Who played first?
I know what you mean.
Val.
No, not Val. No.
Keith.
Keith.
I don't know, but anyway, he plays Ray Kroc. Michael Keaton. But yeah, that's about that. But anyway, imagine starting like a small little burger joint, and then like getting chains, and then it's global.
Yeah,
it's one of the. I think it's the biggest seller of Coca-Cola in the world.
Yeah,
you know? And that's just completely out of their hands now. Do you mean they like?
Yeah, it was interesting how they did it though. Like they again that process, like the step-by-step thing that they go through to get a burger. Someone paying you to give them a burger, they automated it almost, didn't they?
That's how they got the change, isn't it?
Yeah, all the questions that the person doing it is gone. It's like, you do this for a couple of seconds, you pass to this guy does this guy does that. Really simple steps. It's like, it's different when teaching. I think it's hard to make something as big as that. Yeah, be as personal as it is, like one-to-one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's like just a completely different level of anything, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
it's
good though. At the time, there's new, isn't it? There's loads of other people that have done the same thing. Like any fast food restaurant has done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
shout out to Burger Boys, by the way.
Burger Boys.
Let's give Burger Boys a shout out, because
we'll be coming soon.
Awesome.
We'll be
incredible food.
We are going to be in you soon. Burger Boys.
Oh my god, we could do one from Burger Boys. That'd be cool.
It's loud music in there though.
Oh, it is actually, isn't it?
Very loud music.
Yeah, but it's lovely, and wish you all the best, boys. But yeah. Again, this podcast hasn't really been about books.
Well, kind of as books,
yeah. But it's just like a natural tangent, isn't it?
Chat in a song.
Yeah, I like it though. I like how we're not sticking to one thing specifically in a way, like, you mean? Yeah, because it's just natural then, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this will be on YouTube, so you can let us know in the comments what you think so far if you want.
Yeah,
if you want to support us, you can support us through our businesses linked below. Yeah. Is
there anything else you kind of want to like cover?
We can talk about like what's on the plans, like what's next, like any other themes you want to talk about next. Games we haven't spoken about, like TV.
Yeah, games,
series and stuff. Games. Yeah.
Have you got a coin?
Have you got a coin?
Yeah.
No.
I might have a coin. I haven't got a coin. What would you?
We'll just decide next time.
Games or TV shows.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Front.
Yeah. We chat off air, is it?
Yeah, we decide.
Yeah, but yeah, I am enjoying these podcasts, but I look forward to them now. Doing.
Yeah, you got a routine on the go now, mate.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Feeling a bit more relaxed now.
Yeah.
So do you want to end of that? Should we call it a day?
Call it a day, aye.
Yeah.
What time are we, boys?
I don't know, over an hour, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks for occupying your day with us.
Thank you very much. Peace.